What's up, everybody? Brenden here from Pass the Controller, and with the final season of Stranger Things about to hit Netflix, I figure you definitely need a delicious cocktail to go with your final time in Hawkins. So let's make Eleven's adult waffle breakfast. Super simple drink. All you're going to do is take your mixing glass or your shaker tin, fill it with ice, and we're going to build everything right in there. So first things first, let's get 2 ounces of rye whiskey right in here. Perfect. You can use bourbon too if you don't have rye. I'm going with rye just because a little bit of extra spiciness in there. That's what I'm looking for in this specific drink. So we got that. We're going to do a 1/4 ounce of amaretto. Pop that right in there. And then I made a maple simple syrup, which is super easy to make. We're going to use 3/4 ounces of this. You can make this recipe pretty easily. It's just water, maple syrup, and I put a little bit of cinnamon in there as well. You can do equal parts, not on the cinnamon. You can, I mean, you could, but you shouldn't, I don't think. But you can do equal parts water and maple syrup, or adjust the maple syrup and water up and down depending on how sweet you want. I did more water to my maple, and I just tasted it as I went to get the right sweetness levels because I didn't want it overly sweet. The last thing we're going to do is take our orange bitters, about 2 to 3 dashes in there. Take our mixing spoon, our bar spoon, and we're going to just stir this till it gets nice and cold and mixed. I'm going to dilute that just a little bit. Put our spoon down here. We're going to grab our strainer. We have our glass that already has a nice big cube in there, and we're going to just strain this right over that fresh, new ice. Fantastic. We're not done just yet, though. The last thing we are going to do is take our mini Eggo waffles. We cut a nice little slit in the side. Of course, we popped this in the toaster already and cooked it. Let it cool because you don't want a hot waffle on the side of the glass there. Perfect, but we're still not just done. The last thing we're going to do is take our Luxardo cherries, and you can use Luxardo or any other maraschino cherry. Luxardo is one of my favorites, so I would always go that. You don't want a full spoonful of this cherry syrup unless you do, but you want to just take a little bit of that marasca syrup, and we're going to just drizzle that down the waffle garnish on the inside of the glass side, a little reminiscent of Eleven using her powers, getting that little bloody nose on the side of the waffle there. Perfect. Just a little extra touch. I mean, obviously it's going to get in the drink. It'll add a little bit of cherry flavor, but it's not really, the purpose of it. We're doing that for the effect. Just look at that. That looks fantastic. That slow drip down the side of the waffle. This is just a super easy drink to make. It's super simple to whip up this simple syrup, but if you don't feel like making the simple syrup, honestly, if you have good maple syrup, you can just put maybe like a 1/4 ounce. Again, depending on how sweet you want the drink, you can put a little bit of that in there, and it should still get the job done. Cinnamon might be a little bit tougher. If you put some cinnamon in there, it's probably not going to really mix well. So you might have some cinnamon floating in the drink, which again is fine if that's what you're okay with. But the way that I made the syrup on the side, cooked it out and strained it, so there's minimal cinnamon, flakes dancing in the glass. So super easy to make, super drinkable, but also very strong. This is all alcohol, so enjoy responsibly, and let's see how it tastes. This is fantastic. I mean, I can never go wrong with a glass of bourbon or rye in front of me. So, delicious whiskey forward cocktail, a little playful with the Eggo waffle on the side. I'm looking forward to watching the final season of Stranger Things. I'll be drinking these, I'm sure, while I watch the final season. So, if you do make one of these, share us on social media, let us know, let us see it. We appreciate anybody that does make our drinks. It really means a lot to see you out there enjoying something that I made up in my kitchen, in my brain. So, enjoy this. enjoy Stranger Things, and we'll see you next time.